Hello, and today we're here to introduce you to the concept of progressive philosophy, known to us, the
progressive philosophers, as a
Prog Phil, simply Prog Phil.
we
First of all, the basics. There are 7 liquid boundaries surrounding Prog Phil, each more intricate than the first.
And delicate, very delicate.
Yes, and
delicate boundaries.
And it is our job today to just introduce you to the basics and see if you can actually grasp a small amount of the knowledge that we have.
A figment.
Yeah, because of course, just through a mere television program, we cannot
hope to
convey our full knowledge on the subject.
Yeah. So
anyway,
here are a few of the basic concepts of progressive philosophy.
I believe it was Bauhausen who first came up with the phrase, I think that I am thinking. Bauhausen being a great German philosopher. Yes.
General philosopher, but as progressive philosophers, we like to take things to sort of the next level.
So then Dupont, a pioneering French philosopher, Prog philosopher, came up with a furthered concept of that, with I think that you think, that we all think. That's very interesting. It may seem a subtle difference, but when one studies it to a further degree, then they realise that it's...
To train minds such as ours, it makes a great deal of sense.
Yeah.
Are we really?
Are
we really?
That was a bench original. Would you like to explain a little more about how you came up with the thinking behind that?
Well, a lot of people think that we are, but are we? How can we know if we are really?
Wise words. Now, I hear a few laughs from the audience. You may laugh, but
fools.
We know that you really fear our twisted logic and
people mock what they fear.
Yeah. No, I think now if we move on to the more progressive Italian movement, such as Garibaldi, he came up with.
Just watch what you're doing with any sports equipment nearby.
Excuse me.
We've got some.
We'll take a break. We'll take a break. I will point out at this point that we are surrounded by Philistines who don't understand the complex thought processes that we go through day to day, even now.
Anyway, before we had a few interruptions from rowdy members of the audience, I was just getting onto the work of Garibaldi. Highly pioneering and groundbreaking. He thought about the process of thought itself, which is a very interesting idea.
This is terrible. Sorry. Please continue.
Yes. So, he discovered that we have to think before we think. Later pioneered by the musical movement, there was a very fine experimental jazz outfit who used to think before they played, but not just think as in think about what they were playing. They used to
think about thought and
they used to reflect on life before every note, and this made for a very interesting musical.
The delicate balance of nature and. Please, silence.
So I'd like to point out that we are at Hull Community College, so we can't really expect people to appreciate the.
I'm afraid you will have to.
The issues that we're
bear with
across here. So I'll hand over to my counterpart Thomas Bench. He's very experienced in post-1914 prog film, the earlier stuff. I mean, I go from the 80s onwards, but Tom's area of specialty is from 1914 to 1950, I believe.
1953.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, during this period, it was when the poet Tony Harrison sort of became prominent, and
even you're laughing.
And Tony, well, most people think of him as a poet. He was also secretly a sort of a progressive philosopher as well.
And navigation.
Of course, he had a alternate persona. He wasn't actually human, as I believe. What many people think is a situational comedy, The Mighty Boosh. They actually think, but it's actually a docudrama.
Yes,
and
it is.
Tony Harrison is actually true.
Tony Harrison sort of was a star of one particular episode in which they sort of revealed that rather than being a sort of regular human from where I believe it was Leeds, he was actually a sort of small pink sort of head with tentacles.
Yeah, I'm sorry
out
about
from
this.
the side, fully equipped with his own papoose.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry about this. This is just.
We may have to take up the break. I'm sorry. Okay, welcome back to the third part of our Prog lectures. You've seen some other parts now. It's time to sort of move further through the liquid barriers. Dougal?
Yeah. Luckily, during the interim, we've managed to remove the rowdy members of the audience, and
you'll see a nice clear area.
yeah.
It's good.
And so now moving steadily on to second and third of the liquid barriers. Now there's a well-known.
Let's first just make the transition through those barriers through the sort of first, boarding the second to the third, second and the third barriers. Just feel the liquid barriers washing over you.
Nets.
Okay.
That's a good liquid barrier.
I'm ready to prog philosophize now.
Okay. Now there's a well-known prog philosopher from here, Preza. And
From Hull Community College.
Yeah, and he came up with the very haunting phrase, if you will, "No, mate." Now that might just sound like a Cockney expletive, but I think if Tom would like to explain the deeper meaning behind it.
Well, it's actually a phenomenon that's become known as Preza's principle. Obviously, it was Preza who thought of it, and it rather than just being a sort of Cockney phrase sort of thrown around willy-nilly by the youth of today.
Yeah, it's not battered about lightly in the prog-phil community.
No, actually has a far deeper meaning that sort of reaches deep into the depths of the human soul. Isn't that right, Dougal?
Indeed it does.
A very, very penetrating phrase, I think.
President's principle is actually what got me started. What got me started getting interested into prog-phil as a young boy from.
Must have been quite a while ago.
Yeah, I was a young boy of 14, 15.
Well, we've been prog philosophizing for a long time now.
Yeah.
It takes a while.
Veterans of the art.
It takes a while to get it sort of sink into the mind.
Yeah. So
We got some
pornographic pictures.
Oh, have you got any porno?
right. So it appears that because of the Philistines that have made interruptions throughout, we're going to have to end early here at Hull Community College, but I hope we've given you a small, useful insight into the world of prog-phil, so, yeah, I mean, would you just like to conclude with something, Tom?
Well, obviously, I really hope you enjoyed this, but if you want to find out more, then please go to www. So here's another example of the Philistine. I mean, this is the reason why we have to stop.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
But anyway, yeah, just go to www.progphil.co.ck and then there's a lot of information
We're
there.
registered in the Cook Islands, island famed for their.
It's the CK file extension. So
yeah, they're in fame for their prog-phil roots.
yeah,
I'm really sorry.
we're gonna have to stop. Goodbye.